Location. Your phone knows exactly where you are right now, within a few meters. GPS pulls precise coordinates from satellites orbiting the Earth. It's the most accurate method, updating constantly, painting a perfect map of everywhere you go. But GPS is just the start. Even when GPS is off, your phone triangulates your position using cell towers. 3 towers, 3 signal strengths, 1 very good guess about where you're standing. Accurate within a few hundred meters. Then there's Wi-Fi positioning. Your phone scans for nearby networks constantly, even when you're not connected to any of them. Every router has a known location in Google's and Apple's databases. Your phone sees 3 networks nearby and cross-references them to place you within feet. And in stores, airports, and stadiums, Bluetooth beacons go even further. Little transmitters placed throughout buildings detect your phone as you walk past. Retailers use them to track exactly which aisle you stood in, how long you lingered, and whether you came back. Identity and accounts. Your phone isn't just a device, it's a permanent ID card tied directly to you. Your Apple ID or Google account is linked to every app, every purchase, every search, every photo. It follows you across devices, across years, across everything. Then there's your advertising ID. Apple calls it IDFA. Google calls it GAID. It's a unique code assigned to your phone specifically so advertisers can follow your behavior across apps without knowing your name. You're not a person to them. You're a profile. Your SIM card adds another layer. Your phone number is one of the most stable identifiers you own. Carriers tie it to your real name, your address, your payment history. Every call, every text, every data session gets logged against it. And underneath all of that sits your device's serial number and IMEI, a permanent hard-coded fingerprint that never changes, never resets, and can identify your exact device regardless of what account is logged into it. App usage. Every permission you grant is a door you opened. Contacts means an app can upload your entire social network to its servers. Camera and microphone mean it can activate both, sometimes in the background, sometimes without obvious indication. Photos means it can scan your entire camera roll. But even apps that don't ask for dangerous permissions still watch everything. Your browsing history gets tracked through cookies. Tiny files websites drop on your browser that follow you from page to page, building a profile of your interests, your health questions, your political leanings, your insecurities. App usage patterns reveal even more. How long you spend in each app, what you open first in the morning, what you check at 2 a.m. Screen time data paints a portrait of your psychology. And every in-app purchase, every tap, every scroll gets logged. Companies call it behavioral data. What it really is a minute-by-minute record of your life. Sensors. This one surprises people. The sensors built into your phone for navigation and gaming are also quiet surveillance tools. The accelerometer and gyroscope measure movement and rotation. Combined, they can tell whether you're walking, driving, or sitting still. Researchers have demonstrated they can even infer what you're typing based on the tiny vibrations your keystrokes create. Your barometer, built in to assist GPS, measures air pressure. Air pressure changes with altitude. That means your phone knows what floor of a building you're on. The magnetometer acts as a compass, tracking which direction you're facing and contributing to indoor positioning when GPS fails. And the ambient light sensor adjusts your screen brightness automatically, but it also detects the lighting environment around you, revealing whether you're indoors or outside, in a bright office or a dark bedroom. You gave none of these sensors permission. They just run. Communications. What you say matters. What surrounds what you say matters just as much. Your carrier logs metadata for every call you make, the number you called, the duration, the time, your location when you made it. They don't need the words to know everything. The same applies to SMS. The content of your texts might be encrypted, but the metadata, who you texted, when, how often, is stored and accessible. Email metadata follows the same pattern. Subject lines, senders, recipients, timestamps, all of it logged, all of it revealing. And push notifications add another layer. Every notification your phone receives passes through Apple or Google's servers before it reaches you. That means both companies have a record of which apps are contacting you, when, and how often. Your communications aren't private. They're receipts. Network. Every time your phone connects to the internet, it broadcasts an IP address. That IP tells anyone watching your approximate city, your internet provider, and often enough information to narrow down your neighborhood. It changes, but not often enough to matter. Your MAC address is more permanent. It's a unique hardware identifier your phone broadcasts whenever it searches for Wi-Fi networks, even before connecting to anything. Retailers and airports use MAC address logging to track foot traffic and identify repeat visitors without ever knowing your name. And your phone stores a list of every Wi-Fi network you've ever connected to. That history is a map of your life. Your home, your office, your doctor's waiting room, your ex's apartment. Your phone remembers all of it, and under certain conditions broadcasts those network names passively while scanning for familiar connections. Passive. The tracking that happens while you're doing nothing is the most unsettling kind. Always-on voice activation keeps a portion of your phone's processor running continuously, listening for wake words. Siri and Google Assistant are waiting for their names. The companies insist audio isn't recorded until activation. Researchers and journalists have found evidence suggesting otherwise. Background app refresh means apps don't need to be open to collect data. They wake up silently, pull your location, sync your activity, and go back to sleep. You never see it happen. Your health sensors run constantly. Steps, heart rate, sleep stages, menstrual cycles. Fitness data is among the most sensitive information your phone holds, and it's collected automatically. And Face ID and fingerprint data, while stored locally on a secure chip rather than in the cloud, still represent biometric identifiers tied permanently to your body. That data doesn't change, ever. Third parties. Here's where it gets systemic. Your carrier doesn't just connect your calls. Telecom companies log your cell data, your movement between towers, your roaming history, and sell aggregated location data to hedge funds, governments, and marketers. This has been documented and litigated repeatedly. Apple and Google collect diagnostic and usage data from your device constantly. Crash reports, battery performance, feature usage. They use it to improve products, they say. They also use it to understand how billions of people interact with their ecosystems. Data brokers are the shadow industry sitting behind all of this. Apps embed third-party SDKs, small pieces of code from advertising companies that activate the moment you open the app. That SDK reports back to its home company regardless of what the app itself does. Thousands of apps share data with the same handful of brokers who aggregate it into profiles containing your location history, income estimate, health conditions, political views, and relationship status. You never agreed to that company. You agreed to the app. And advertisers close the loop with cross-app tracking pixels that follow you from app to app, site to site, building a unified picture of your behavior across the entire internet. Your phone isn't just a device you carry. It's a data collection instrument you paid for, maintain, and carry everywhere voluntarily. The tracking isn't a side effect. It's the business model.